Jay-Z has been accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Diddy and is allegedly suing the lawyer bringing the case. The lawsuit, originally filed in October, was refiled today to include Jay-Z as a defendant. The anonymous accuser claims that the assault occurred at an MTV Video Music Awards after-party. Jay-Z has denied the allegations and urged a criminal complaint be filed instead of a civil one. He also criticized the attorney behind the lawsuit, Tony Busby, accusing him of exploiting the case for personal gain after Diddy's bail was denied for a third time just last week. The lawsuit alleges that Jay-Z and Diddy entered the room where she was resting and sexually assaulted her shortly after. In response to the allegations, Jay-Z and his team of lawyers deny the claim and claim they are victims of blackmail. They have released a lengthy statement denying the allegations, stating that they will let the facts come out in court rather than in the media. The back and forth between the two parties is interesting, as it seems that Jay-Z came out strongly and said he would go after him, then filed a suit quickly on the heels of the other suit against Busby and the accusers. This has led to a real-time back and forth in the media, with the lawsuit having details that only someone who was with Jay-Z could have described. Jay-Z has released a lengthy statement denying the allegations, which was released just a few hours ago. In conclusion, Jay-Z and his team of lawyers are denying the allegations and claiming they are victims of blackmail. The ongoing legal battle between the two parties is creating tension and uncertainty in the music industry. The discussion revolves around the allegations against Jay-Z and his team, particularly regarding the case of alleged assault on minors. The alleged victims deserve real justice, and the filing has been criticized for its specific details, such as a house and a driveway, and the mention of a driver taking a woman. The 13-year-old girl's statement that there is a female in the story is also interesting, as she could be culpable. The filing also mentions that there are potential blackmail allegations, which may be easier to prove. If Busby had tried to blackmail him, he would have had receipts for the mediation session. However, Busby was offered a cease and desist order, which was rejected by Jay-Z. This raises questions about the credibility of the allegations and whether they should be seen as extortion or bribery. The discussion also touches on the possibility of more celebrity names being added and refiled, as well as lawsuits involving Diddy. The details of this case align with what Jaguar Wright and other accusers have been saying all along. Wright went on Piers Morgan in October and told everyone that Jay-Z was assaulting minors along with Diddy, but no one believed her. Jay-Z even sent her a cease and desist order. The discussion then moves on to the case of Beyoncé, who has 5 million unfollowed followers due to the witchcraft and the spells being pushed out through the media. Jay-Z has always been quick to shut down any allegations against him and his brand, knowing that if one victim files a lawsuit against him, hundreds more could come forward. In the same way with Diddy, after Cassie filed her lawsuit, over 200 victims also came forward, and they are now facing additional legal challenges. The discussion highlights the ongoing investigation and the potential for further legal action against Jay-Z and his team. The author discusses the ongoing tyranny in the rap world, particularly between Jay-Z and Beyoncé. They argue that Jay-Z has been silent since charges were brought against him, as he starts little fires and forces everyone involved to carry water while he sneaks away without a response. The author believes that if he is found guilty of these charges, he will never come out of prison. The author also discusses the allegations that the misogyny and lyrics were based on a general misogyny towards women away from the music industry. This has been borne out by the charges against Diddy, who is considered one of the most dangerous people they have ever met. The author believes that many people have been questioning Diddy and that he is one of the most dangerous people they have ever met. The author also mentions that Piers Morgan was forced by Jay-Z to say that Jaguar Wright was lying in a case, which later proved to be true. The author also mentions that people making these claims have an audience with or without shows, such as M. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyoncé during an interview. However, their lawyers have contacted them to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact. The author also discusses the legal limits on editing interviews at Uncensored, which is not something they do lightly. They apologize to Jay-Z and be on the lookout for thousands of potential victims. They have talked to hundreds of people and have 3 victims willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. The author also discusses the possibility of a new book claiming that Diddy may have been involved in her early death. They believe that people should look into this more and are friends with Albie Shore and his children. They also mention that they used to hang out together at the Kit Kat Club back in the past. In the mid-90s, Jay-Z was involved in a series of alleged sexual assaults on minors, which were ignored by authorities. This led to the wiretapping of phones and placing AirTags on children during visits. According to reports from Jaguar Wright and criminal defense attorneys, this is likely the first of many lawsuits against Jay-Z. More tapes have been released in recent months, showing celebrities directly assaulting minors in connection with Diddy. 8 tapes have been handed over to the FBI, and there is a good chance that Jay-Z is in them. Jaguar Wright has made numerous allegations and is expected to turn over the documents. He is currently in court to give testimony to the grand jury, who has been subbed by the courts. If Wright doesn't answer a question, marshals will come to his house and bring him to court. Jaguar Wright is nervous about the possibility of naming celebrities in the lawsuits, but he is trying to discuss what was available and what was on the flash drives. The book on the flash drives is Kim Porter's official book, which has not been touched or altered. Tony Busby, the lawyer bringing the case against Jay-Z, has alleged that he will be naming other celebrities too, and has proof that will impersonate all of them. Jay-Z is only the first of these criminals to fall, and with more than 250 verified victims, it is possible that one of the biggest sex trafficking rings in Hollywood history will go down. He intends to name people in the lawsuits, but not in interviews or without doing due diligence. This is because public filings are in fact public in the United States and almost every state, and when you name someone in a lawsuit, the press will pick it up. In conclusion, the ongoing investigation into the alleged sexual assaults on minors by Jay-Z and other celebrities is a complex and ongoing process. The legal battle between Jay-Z and Sean Combs continues, with several incidents involving the rapper's involvement in various criminal activities. One instance involves a minor who was told by Combs that he would make him a star but needed a visit with him in private. In this private area, Combs made the victim perform oral sex on him. Another incident involves a 15-year-old girl who was drugged and taken into a private room where she was raped by other individuals. Another individual, 26, was picked up by Combs, and several others in a black SUV from the airport and given one drink in the SUV. She woke up the next day with pain and damage to her vagina and anus. Another incident involves a 26-year-old woman who was allegedly raped at a group dinner with Sean Combs in Miami. She was not drinking because she was pregnant, but was laced with something she blacked out. She woke up in the same bed again, missing her underwear and shoes. Another incident involves a group dinner where an individual was allegedly raped by Combs. Jay-Z is trying to keep the situation from getting violent, and has even ordered hits on those speaking out about them. Gan Deal and Jaguar Wright have received threats and cease and desist orders. Jay-Z has a history of violence and is not afraid of the consequences. He has also received a cease and desist order from Piers Morgan. The situation is about to get dangerous for many people, and Jay-Z is going to go in front of a judge soon. With 2 of the biggest names in Hollywood both under legal trouble, it is only a matter of time before their co-conspirators start testifying against them. Rumors suggest that several celebrities are worried and close to either fleeing or cooperating with the feds. Diddy is also trying to call people and ask them to stay silent, as many people in Hollywood were likely worried about the parties they attended and what was happening. The case against Diddy is an open investigation, with the FBI stating that there could be more charges for Diddy and other people involved. Once they find out about other people involved or witnesses, they lean on them and may cooperate with them or face charges. This case is expected to be slow developing, and it is not expected to begin anytime before next year. Jay-Z might be considering testifying against Diddy in hopes of immunity. He allegedly stayed quiet because Diddy had dirt on him. But now that there's a case against him, he is likely trying to find a way out of this. Diddy had a habit of trying to get leverage on people he could use, but now that footage is being used against him, many friends he has and no one comes out. They are represented by a brand, whether it's music, clothing, or movies, and they pray that they are not on the tape doing crazy stuff being alleged up in the whole 9 yards. The Fed is expected to start talking about the evidence and not talk in Diddy's favor when they come to them and show them what they got on tape. If he had 250 tapes all over his house, someone got caught stealing the cookie out the cookie jar, and Sean Combs, who was watching, would not have even said anything. People in the congregation are shaking in their boots because Diddy didn't LED them, possibly leading them to damnation. Celebrities are worried that they might be on tap, and they know that's why they aren't speaking up or saying nothing. With the walls closing in on Diddy and his powerful circle of enablers, the industry is bracing for a storm unlike anything we've seen before, from explosive revelations, leaked tapes, and witness testimonies. It seems like the truth is finally catching up to those who thought they were untouchable. The question remains, will these shocking allegations bring down Hollywood's elite, or will they find a way to escape justice yet again?